Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. We have with us Mr. Amit Periwal, the CEO at Clubside Tours and Travels, and we have with us Mr. Bidyut Das, the Senior Manager and Northeast Destination Expert at Clubside Tours and Travels. We have an interesting and an amazing presentation lined up for you for Northeast, and we will be starting off just with the session. But before, let me just introduce you guys to Amit and Vidyut. Hello Amit, hello Vidyut, how are you guys?
Hi Tarang, thank you so much. We are all fine, especially after the cyclone. Bengal is still doing well, and hopefully we should recover quickly.
Your voice is breaking actually.
Can you hear me now clearly?
Yes. Now I can hear you. Please.
All right. No, thank you so much for the introduction, and we're doing absolutely fine in East. Thankfully, our COVID the number of cases in the East are also limited, and it's not growing. So hopefully, that is a welcome sign for us.
Definitely. And Vidyut, what about you? Are you doing fine?
Yeah, all good here, all good. In Northeast, especially comparing to the rest of India, in terms of COVID, there has been very limited number of cases, and all is good. So normal life may come very soon. Hoping for that.
Great. That's really good to hear from both of you guys. Thank you so much for joining with us today for this interesting presentation that we have lined up for you. Let me just introduce the audience with Clubside Tours and Travels. So Clubside Tours and Travel is one of the oldest, DMCs operating in East and Northeast India. They have offices in Kolkata, Darjeeling, Siliguri, Guwahati, and they have a team of over 100 people, and they are your go-to DMC for any packages related to Northeast. So without further ado, let's just start off with the presentation. But just before that, Amit, I would just request you to start sharing the screen. And in the meantime, I would just like to announce that we will be having a Northeast destination quiz at the end of the presentation. So I would just request all the audience to hear everything very carefully and answers those questions correctly to get a chance to win those free holidays voucher with Clubside and TravClan. That's all from my end. Amit, over to you. I think it's time we start off with the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tarang. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can. Thank you. So yeah, we can start with the presentation.
All right. So thank you very much for everybody to join into this presentation, which is going to take you from East to the Northeast. We will be covering these destinations today, which will be West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, and Mizoram. So this is basically covering East India as well as the Northeast India Seven Sisters. This is the geographical map of the destinations we will be covering. This is to give you an idea of where the states are located and how the inland tours are actually held. So we will start with Bengal, and we have a video for you, which is a very descriptive video for about 6 minutes, which gives you an overall of the destination, and it will help us to make you understand the things better as we get into the details.
Experience Bengal. Nestled at the eastern part of India, West Bengal is a traveler's delight, promising a regal experience that takes you through a journey across 5 distinct chapters, each extremely rich in its own way. Let us start off at a land of fairy tale ambience, where the world's third highest peak, Kanchenjunga, basks in its eternal glory. Get ready to enjoy enthralling views of undulating hills, dotted with picturesque tea plantations, panoramic valleys and mighty mountain streams, while on your heritage toy train ride. Hill stations like Darjeeling, Kalimpong and Karsiong have an old world charm. Their architecture blending perfectly with the surrounding nature. Buddhist monasteries add further to the serenity of the atmosphere, preserving century-old customs and culture unique to the people of Upper Himalayas. Only a few hours away, at the foothills known as Duars, you can hear the call of the wild. Enjoy the jungle safari deep into the core areas. Come back with an experience of a lifetime. Duars is also the land of the once mighty Koch Kingdom. Its regal history remain imprinted at the Kuch Bihar Palace, the Madan Mohan Temple and the various other nearby sites. Discover more about kingdom and dynasties while touring the historical monuments at Malda and Murshidabad. The scale, grandeur and craftsmanship from the bygone eras of Hindu and Muslim rule here are truly awe-inspiring. A few hundred kilometers away from here, at Bolpur, stands an abode of peace. Shaped by Nobel laureate poet Rabindranath Tagore's dream and desire, Shantiniketan is a versatile hub of culture and learning. Reflecting the eternal soul of traditional Bengal. Further west, at Bishnupur, amazing sample of terracotta art awaits to be discovered. At Krishnanagar exists a different school of clay sculpture. You must also explore the world of Bengal's traditional hand-woven textile at Shantipur. Take any direction, travel to any district. The richness of rural Bengal is bound to mesmerize you. Let's take a turn towards the eastern coasts now, towards the Bay of Bengal. Soothing sunset skies, miles of coastal forests, exciting beach sports, and the glimpses of marine life at Digha, Mandarmuni, Shankarpur and Bokhali will definitely leave you asking for more. The holy river Ganges enters its last leg of seaward journey at a majestic city. Once the capital of Imperial India, Kolkata, boasts of 300 years of rich history, which has influenced the making of modern India in many ways. Many of the city's prominent landmarks naturally date back to the previous century. You can feel the echo of history as you walk down its streets. Kolkata has modernized rapidly in the recent years to become a bustling metro city. Witness the footprints of multiple cultures which have blended in splendidly here. Feel its vibrant life every moment. Finally, let's follow the Ganges to its estuary, into the fascinating water world of the Sundarbans. Accessible through intricate network of waterways, this entire region of land and islands has been declared a World Heritage Site. A journey deep into its heart will surely let you bond with the primitive spirit of the land. The lively essence of Bengal is yet about something more, like the grand autumn carnival of Durga Puja, a festival celebrating the victory of a mythological war, filled with colorful rituals, centering around the worship of the Eternal Mother. Experience a gallery of emotions here. Bengal is also a world of culinary delight. Experience lip-smacking traditional delicacies at the finest restaurants. Leaving tourist attractions aside, Bengal is also home to some very important religious sites which draw millions of pilgrims each year. A travel across these well-trodden paths will surely connect you with the timeless spirit of India. So, this can be your experience of Bengal across multiple levels. Expect a warm welcome and super convenient trip at every level. Take back memories to be cherished for times to come. Bengal proudly calls, because Bengal has it all. Experience Bengal.
So that was an introduction on West Bengal. And now we will get into the details with Calcutta. So Calcutta has 3 railway stations. We have the Howrah railway station and the Sialda railway station, which are well connected with the rest of the country from all major towns. And the Chitpur railway station, which is more of a local station and has trains running from Calcutta to Bangladesh as well. So we have the Maitri Express, which runs at least twice a week, every week from Calcutta to Dhaka. Our airport is the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport. This is well connected with all major cities of the country and also very well connected with Southeast Asia, Dubai, and a few connections from Europe as well. We also have a land connection with Bangladesh. Bangladesh, the border which has immigration is only about 110 kilometers away. It is the Benapol-Petropol border, and people can actually enter Bangladesh from this side. So we have actually had tours where people come into Calcutta and then they want to get into Bangladesh from this border and then come out from either the North Bengal section or towards Meghalaya. So if you want to combine 2 countries together, that is possible with Bengal and Bangladesh. Calcutta as a city has a lot to offer, and it is not possible to cover the destination in just one city tour. Because Calcutta, if somebody is interested in museums, then we have the Indian Museum and Victoria Memorial and Marble Palace, which can take up literally the entire day. If somebody is interested in temples, then there is the Kaligarh temple, which is the Shaktipeeth, Dakshineshwar temple, which is very famous. If you want to do markets, then Calcutta has some of the best local markets which are available. You have the New Market area, you have Shobha Bazaar, the Sham Bazaar, which are old traditional markets which are still surviving. So depending on the interest of the guest, a city tour of Calcutta can be planned. These are a few options that we've given you for half day and full day city tour. This can be customized depending on the interest of the guest. Calcutta is again one of these cities from where day excursions are possible. So we can do a day excursion to Chandannagar, which was actually a French colony. This is about 60 kilometers from Calcutta. And the interesting thing about Chandranagar is that you can also do it by boat. So you can charter a boat if you have a group and go to Chandranagar. It takes about 3 hours, and then you can drive back the other way. Chandranagar still has a few museums and churches which are still preserved, and we still get French tourists who come to visit this. Ganga Sagar is another point from Calcutta which can be done on a day excursion. Ganga Sagar is where the river Ganges meets the Bay of Bengal. So, a lot of festivals are held in Ganga Sagar, especially during Makar Sankranti. Now, again, in Ganga Sagar, the level of accommodation is not very great, but that is the reason why we suggested to do on a day tour itself. Rajwadi Bawali is a heritage Zamindar bungalow which has been converted into a hotel. This is again 60 kilometers from Calcutta, and they offer a full day experience as well. So, you have the option of staying at Rajwadi, or you can also do a full day experience where we can take you there. You can see the estate, you can have lunch there. They have traditional sari tying and cultural shows which they organize along with village walks. And then you can come back to Calcutta by the evening as well. Again, Calcutta is one of these destinations from where short excursions are possible to multiple places. Post-COVID, I think our biggest challenge is going to be how can we increase the number of nights with every tourist. Today, I'm sure a lot of you are getting tourists who come to visit Calcutta, but then that is limited to maybe 1 night or 2 nights. Now, we need to give them options where they can extend their stay to beyond just Calcutta and take excursions which are inside Bengal. So Sundarban becomes a very good option. It is famous for the Royal Bengal tiger. And Sundarban also happens to be one of the reserves which is open round the year. So the way to go to Sundarban is from Calcutta, you have to drive to a place called Godkhali, and from there you take a boat for about 3 hours to get into Sundarbans. Normally, it is suggested to do Sundarbans at least for 1 night. You can extend it to 2 nights or 3 nights based on the interest. And the accommodation standards in Sundarbans is up to the standard of 3-star. Murshidabad is another destination which can be promoted. Murshidabad earlier had a problem with the level of accommodation which was available, but now there is a heritage palace which has been converted. And even if you have a guest who's staying in Oberoi Grand in Calcutta, you can suggest them Murshidabad and they can stay at Badi Koti, which is almost of the same standards. So Murshidabad has the old palaces of Sirajuddaula, has a few extremely big museums like the Hazar Duwari Museum. So, overall, if somebody wants a heritage tour, Murshidabad is something that can be suggested to them. The other destinations from Calcutta are Shantiniketan and Vishnupur. Shantiniketan is where Rabindranath Tagore had started the Vishwa Bharati Open University, and it is still operational still. And Vishnupur is famous for terracotta art, temples, and weaving. So if you have somebody who is interested in textiles, Vishnupur becomes a hot destination for them. The accommodation standards in both Shantiniketan and Vishnupur are up to the standard of 3-star. There are a few boutique homestays which have come up now, which can be suggested. Mayapur is another destination which can be promoted. Mayapur is the headquarter for the ISKCON community. So, there is the ISKCON temple which is there, and accommodation is available inside the temple as well, which is normally preferentially given to ISKCON members. Otherwise, outside the temple as well, accommodation is there. Now, normally we suggest Mayapur at least for 1 night because the morning Aarti is the most important Aarti of the day, and that is early in the morning at 4 o'clock. So if you want to visit that Aarti, it is imperative that you stay in Mayapur at least for 1 night. Bengal overall is one of the only states where we have everything to offer, right from the beaches to the mountains to heritage. So there are beaches in Bengal, Digha, Mandarmani, and Bakhali, which can be done on a day excursion from Calcutta as well. Or there are accommodation facilities up to the standard of 3-star, which are there in Digha and Mandarmani. Bakhali, the accommodation standard is not very great, but yes, you can still the accommodation can still be found there. Calcutta as a destination offers a lot of experience. So we can do a lot of walking tours in Calcutta. We have the Heritage Walk, which takes you around the Dalhousie Square, where all the old monuments and heritage buildings of Calcutta are located. We also have the market walks where we can take you to Shyam Bazaar and College Street, which are the old markets of Calcutta. The culinary tours in Calcutta are very famous. Calcutta is famous for sweets. It is the sweetest part of India. That is the tagline goes for Bengal. And things like rasgulla and sandesh are extremely famous in Calcutta. Rasgulla, for instance, was actually invented in Calcutta by K.C. Das, who still has a store running. Calcutta also happens to be one of the only cities where trams are still operational. So if somebody is interested in a tram tour, we can suggest, we can take them, we can also charter trams in Calcutta. So if you have groups or mice movements, even if it is a small movement, there are trams of 20-seater as well as 40-seater. And depending on on this group strength, the trams can be chartered and the route can be designed accordingly. In Calcutta, we used to actually run a transport tour where different forms of transportation was used while going from one sightseeing point to the other. Because Calcutta is the only city where hand-pull rickshaws are also operational. We have the normal taxis, we have the metro, we have waterways, and we have trams. So that gives a collective experience of all the different forms of transportation available, which becomes very interesting. Calcutta, again, is a hub for river cruises in India. We have 4 major river cruise operators who are operating scheduled river cruises from Calcutta. There are cruises which go for 3 nights, 4 days to Sundarbans. There are cruises which go up to Farakka, which is for 6 nights. And there are also cruises which go up to Varanasi, which is for 14 nights upstream and 12 nights downstream. And the cruise operators are Assam Bengal Navigation. We have Pandav Cruises, Ganges Voyager, and Vivada. So, a lot of people are not aware that, there is river cruising in India and very, very extensively done. And these are the 4 main river cruise operators which are operating in India at the moment, all run from Calcutta itself. This is one of our exclusive offerings, which is the story of Bengal, where we have combined with 3 experienced hoteliers. The Glenburn Penthouse, which is located in Calcutta. This gives you a feeling of the imperial culture and heritage of Calcutta, the British era. Then we have the Badi Kothi, which is in Murshidabad, where you can see the era of the Mughals and Jagat Seth, who at one point of time controlled 5% of the world GDP. Because of the trading that was happening in this part of the country. And we have the Rajbadi Bawali, which is a whole Zamindar bungalow which has been converted. So in this tour, we give you an insight into the imperial culture, the Mughal culture, as well as the Zamindar culture of Bengal. Traditionally linking the heritage of Bengal, because otherwise heritage tourism normally in India is limited only towards Rajasthan. But Bengal has its own very rich heritage which has to be explored. In Calcutta, accommodation options are available right from 2-star to 5-star. We have the ITC Royal Bengal, which has recently started with 500 rooms. JW Marriott is operational, Westin is operational. Along with that, we also have the largest convention center in India at the moment, the Vishwa Bangla Convention Center, which is the biggest convention center. And most of these hotels are located in and around the convention center. So if you have huge MICE movements or big MICE conferences which you want to hold, Calcutta is an appropriate destination for the same. Calcutta has, we have large coaches, mini coaches, tempo travelers, Krista, Innova, Desire, the standard vehicles which are used for inbound and domestic travel. Luxury vehicles are also available in Calcutta, like the Audi, BMW, Merc E-Class, Porsche, Jaguar. So depending on what the client requirement is, it can be serviced in the city. Now we move towards North Bengal and Sikkim. So in North Bengal and Sikkim, our entry and exit points are Bagdogra, which is our most important airport. Bagdogra has good connections from Bombay, from Calcutta, from Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and Delhi. So, technically with all major cities of the country, Bagdogra is well connected. There was an airport which has started in Sikkim in Pakyong, but it is not operational at the moment. Hopefully this should start again very soon. Our railway stations are New Jalpaiguri, which is well connected with the rest of the country. Siliguri Junction is more of a local station. North Bengal and Sikkim is very, very strategically located because we share 3 international borders where immigration is possible. So if you have somebody who wants to combine North Bengal and Sikkim with Nepal, it can easily be done because the Kakarvita border is 60 kilometers from Bagdogra. And the nearest airport in Nepal is the Badrapur airport, which is about 15 kilometers from the border at Kakarvita. So if you want to combine this, from Darjeeling itself, you can drive. It takes about 4 hours to reach Badrapur airport. And from there, you get direct flights to Kathmandu or to Chitwan or wherever you wish to connect. In the same way, if you want to connect Bhutan with the North Bengal and Sikkim, Phuntsholing is a land entry border, which is about 160 kilometers from Bagdogra. Again, immigration is possible for Indian nationals. You need to carry a voter ID or passport. And easily the entry can be done. And from Phuntsholing to Paro is a drive for about 5 hours. So even if you want to combine it, if somebody is reaching Bagdogra early in the morning, say about 10 o'clock, On the same day, they can reach Paro. Bangladesh has two immigration points with North Bengal. One is the Chengrabanda border. This border is about 3 hours drive from Siliguri, and the Banglabanda Fulbari border, which is about 30 minutes drive from Siliguri. So again, if you want to connect Dhaka with North Bengal and Sikkim, from any of these borders, you have to drive to a city called Saidpur. Saidpur has an airport from where you get flights to Cox's Bazar, Chittagong, or Dhaka. So again, if you want to combine multiple countries into one tour along with Darjeeling and Sikkim, it is easily possible. Immigration points are available, and entry and exit is very easily done here. Now, to enter Sikkim for foreigners, there are certain formalities. We have the inner line permit, which is required for foreigners to enter Sikkim. This can be issued at the border checkpost itself when you are entering. For Indians to enter Sikkim, there is no permit required. There are certain restricted areas in Sikkim, like the Changu Lake area or the North Sikkim, for which even for Indian nationals, permits are required. We need an ID proof copy and 2 passport size photographs, and the permits can be issued on the date of travel itself. For foreigners, these are restricted areas. So once the inner line permit is issued, a restricted area permit has to be applied, where there is a specific form that has to be filled and signed by the guest and then submitted for the permits to be obtained. For foreigners to visit restricted area, minimum 2 people have to apply for the permits, and the guides are mandatory for them. Nathula Pass is the Indo-China border, where Indian nationals are allowed to visit between Wednesday and Sunday. Foreigners are not allowed to go to Nathula. North Bengal and Sikkim has 5 major destinations, which are Darjeeling, Pelling, Gangtok, Kalimpong, and Chalsa. There are excursions possible from these destinations. So from Darjeeling, our normal city tour in Darjeeling is starting early in the morning at Tiger Hill, which is the place from where we go for sunrise. And this gives you a very, very authentic view of the Himalayas. So on a clear day, you can see Kanchenjunga as well as Everest from Tiger Hill itself. Darjeeling also has the heritage toy train, which is still running on a steam locomotive and is a World Heritage train, a World Heritage status by UNESCO itself. There are scheduled train rides which are in diesel locomotive as well as steam. A normal half-day city tour of Darjeeling includes the visit to the Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, Zoological Park, and the Tibetan Refugee Center. There are tea estates in and around Darjeeling. The Darjeeling tea is the most expensive tea in the world. And we can take you to the factory of one of these tea estates, and you can see the processing of tea as well. Darjeeling also gives you various options for walking tours, even if it is at a low altitude. Trekking options are also available, but if somebody wants to just do day walking and low altitude and easy walking, those options are available from Darjeeling itself. Pelling is a destination in West Sikkim. You get a very clear view of mountains because this is the closest to Kanchenjunga. Recently there is a skywalk which is started in Pelling. Low altitude trekking options are available from Pelling itself. A normal city tour of Pelling includes the Kichipilli Lake, which is a holy lake, the Pemeyangsi Monastery and waterfalls. And if you want to do trekking, then from Pelling we take you to a place called Yuksum, which was the first capital of Sikkim. And from there, the Gochela trek is conducted, which is an 8-day trek, which takes you up to the base of Kanchenjunga. Gangtok is the capital of Sikkim. A normal city tour in Gangtok includes visits to monasteries, flower nurseries, and the Institute of Tibetology. North Sikkim, which has become very popular now, especially Lachung and Lachen, these excursions are conducted from Gangtok itself. So this can be done on a 1 night, 2 days, or a 2 night, 3 days, depending on the interest. And the way is, it takes about 6 hours drive from Gangtok to reach any of these destinations. Again, from Gangtok, the sightseeing to Changu Lake, Baba Mandir, and Nathula Pass can be conducted. Kalimpong is another destination in North Bengal. This is a quiet destination. Normally, it is suggested for 1 night. There are a lot of village walk options which are available in Kalimpong. And it has monasteries, flower nurseries. Flowers in Kalimpong are exported all over the world. And it also has some old schools which can be visited. Chalsa is in the Duars area, especially when you are driving towards Bhutan. So then you cross through Chalsa as well. Chalsa has wildlife reserves like the Gorumara National Park. Chalsa, the Duars area, also has a lot of tea estates which can be visited. Especially because if you're doing a lot of inbound, then as soon as you enter Bhutan, your per day visa fees of $200, $250 starts. So a lot of times people try to spend that 1 night in Chalsa, and next day they can cross to Bhutan and go the same day to Paro. From Chalsa to the Phuntsholing border is about 2 hours drive. And from there, you can, within 4 to 5 hours, you can reach Thimphu or Paro. So this is very well connected, especially if you're doing inbound. This can be very used, especially to save costs as well. There are a lot of experiential tours which we can do in North Bengal and Sikkim. So, tea tours, as I said, we have day experience tours as well, where we can take you to the tea estate. Lunch can be arranged inside the tea estate bungalow. You can do tea tasting there and come back by the evening. If people want to stay overnight at a tea estate, that is also possible. We have Glenburn, Gein, Soreni. These are very, very boutique tea estates with limited inventory, 6 rooms to 8 rooms, but they offer extremely good experiences and are extremely expensive as well. An extensive tea estate visit and tea tasting can be done. Eco tours, there are a lot of farmhouses in West Sikkim, especially towards Rinchingpong and Peling area, which can be used if people want to look at long stays. There are a lot of homestays in South Sikkim which can be used, which are maintaining good hygiene standards as well. In North Bengal, Darjeeling is a heritage town as well because we have the World Heritage Train. We have colonial architecture right from the British era, where old schools and churches are still well preserved. And we also have the Sitrawang hydroelectric power station, which was the first hydroelectric working power station in India. Not many people know this, but in 1897, this was the first hydropower station which was made in India. The birding tours, if you have people who are interested in birding tours can be done in this area. We have wildlife reserves, which are right from 500 feet to 12,000 feet. So migratory birds of different species at different heights can be viewed, covering different destinations in these birding tours. Botanic tours can be done. Yumthang Valley, which is in North Sikkim, is a valley of flowers. We have Himalayan rhododendrons and blue poppies, which come in Yumthang Valley. And normally a lot of inbound groups come to study these flowers every year. There's a Bursay rhododendron sanctuary, which is in West Sikkim, which can be visited. Kalimpong has some of the best orchids and rhododendrons and has a lot of flower nurseries where we can get planters to actually explain how the flowers are actually grown. So if you want a proper presentation and things like that, that can be conducted inside the flower nurseries itself. Darjeeling and Sikkim has a lot of monasteries. So monasteries visit in Sikkim and Darjeeling, like the Rumtek, Timeyangsi, Tashiting, all of that can be conducted. Meditation is possible with monks, pre-information to the monks, and they are more than welcome to conduct meditation sessions for groups as well. Now, adventure is another activity which is very popular in North Bengal and Sikkim. So we have trekking routes. We have the Singalila trek and the Shangri-La trek. Singalila is in North Bengal, and this takes you up to Sandakphu, from where again you can see Everest and Kanchenjunga on a clear day. The advantage with Singalila is also that this trek can be done in 3 days and can also be taken up to 6 days depending on the duration that the guest has. The Shangri-La trek takes you up to Gochila camp. Rafting options are available in Teesta and Rangit. These are up to the grade of grade 4, so not very difficult, can be suggested to anybody. There are wildlife reserves in North Bengal, Borumara and Jallapada, which offer good sighting for one-horned rhinos. Paragliding options are also available depending on the weather in Kalimpong as well as in parts of Sikkim. So North Bengal and Sikkim actually gives you a complete bouquet of cultural tours as well as adventure tours. North Bengal and Sikkim also has some of the finest hotels in the country. So we have Mayfair, which is in Darjeeling, which is going to come up in Siliguri very soon. Again, the heritage hotels. This is not an exhaustive list of all hotels available, but these are the list which are extensively used, and we are sure that post-COVID they will be able to maintain the sanitization and health standards that will be required to conduct tours. Again, in Sikkim as well, we have Mayfair and Welcome Heritage, which are 5-star category. We have Shumbi Mountain Retreat in Peling. Again, in Gangtok, Mayfair and Welcome Heritage also have casinos. So Sikkim is one of the only states where land casinos are available in the country. Other than that, we are in all the destinations, 3-star and 4-star category accommodation is easily available. Transportation in Northern Sikkim, we have tempo travelers, 16-seater and 12-seater, Krista, Innova and Xylo as per requirement, and there are a few commercial number Fortuners as well for high-end guests, but those need to be booked in advance. Darjeeling and Sikkim is one of the destinations where we can customize the tour as per the requirement of the guest. So we can have a 3-night tour as well, which is only Darjeeling or only Gangtok, or that can also be taken up to 10 nights and 11 nights, depending on the interest. So if somebody wants to do adventure, somebody wants to visit North Sikkim, somebody wants to do a cultural tour, a Buddhist tour, a botanic tour, Depending on the interest, it can be customized and delivered. So this is just to give you an idea of how the tours are normally conducted. Now we move towards more of the northeast area. This is a short video of about 1 minute, just to give you an idea. So that was a brief introduction on the northeastern states. As far as the northeast is concerned, again, the connectivity is very good all over the northeast. So we have airports in Guwahati, Jorhat, Dibrugarh, which are well connected from all major cities of the country. Shillong has an airport which is connected with Calcutta. Itanagar in Arunachal has an airstrip with weekly flights to Calcutta by Air India. Dimapur is the airport in Nagaland, Agartala in Tripura, Imphal in Manipur, and as well in Mizoram. So overall, all the northeastern states have airports which are functioning and are connected, because a lot of times, people are not sure how to reach that particular state. So if you check, every state is connected, and flight connectivity can be established via Guwahati or via Calcutta from every destination. Again, the railway stations, the major railway stations are Guwahati, Dibrugarh, and Dimapur. Other than that, even towards Silchar or the other parts, there are the railway lines which are available with scheduled services. Northeast again is very, very well located and has international borders which are open. So we have the Bhutan border, which is Sandrup Zongkhar, which is about 3 hours drive from Guwahati, and immigration is also possible. From Sandrup Zongkhar, you enter towards the Bumthang area of Bhutan, and from there you can either drive or take an internal flight towards Paro. With Bangladesh, we have two borders which are open for immigration. One is the Dauki border, which is in Meghalaya. This border is about a 4 hours drive from Shillong. And the Agartala border, which is about 50 minutes drive from the Agartala main town. So again, connecting Bangladesh with Northeast is very, very simple and very easy. Recently, the Burma border has also opened for tourists. So you can actually enter into Myanmar from Imphal. From Imphal, the border is about 4 hours drive to a place called More, and from there you enter Imphal. So if you want to connect Myanmar with Northeast, again possible. We've actually conducted tours where we picked up guests from the Dauki border and dropped them at the Burma border, covering the entire Assam, Nagaland, and Manipur bit. The Northeast again has a lot of inner line permit requirements. So for foreigners, Assam, Tripura, and Meghalaya at the moment don't have permit regulations. Arunachal has permits which need to be issued for Indians and foreigners. At least we need the ID proof copy and passport size photographs which have to be uploaded, and the permits are obtained online. Manipur, Nagaland, and Mizoram, the permits are issued on the spot itself. So if you are entering at any of the airports, the permit can be issued on the spot. If you're entering by land, then at the border checkpost, the permits can be issued. It's not very, very tedious. The Northeast is all about experiences. So we have a lot of wildlife which is there in Northeast, and Northeast is famous for wildlife. We have the Kaziranga National Park and the Manas National Park in Assam, which are very famous for one-horned rhinos. The Manas National Park is a tiger reserve. In Kaziranga, we actually give a guarantee of sighting of the one-horned rhinos. And the Nameri National Park has a lot of wildlife. Arunachal, the Namdapa, Eagle Nest, and Pake Wildlife Sanctuary are famous for birds. In Northeast, there are heritage towns. In Assam, Guwahati itself is a heritage city. We have Shivsagar, which was the first capital of the King of Assam and still has his old palace, which can be visited. The Sitwell Road had gained a lot of importance during the time of World War II, especially because this leads you up to the Digboy oil refinery as well. Tripura has the Lake Palace in Udaipur, which is close to Agartala. Nagaland and Manipur have World War remembrance tours which can be conducted, as they have old cemeteries of soldiers who actually died during World War II. So during World War II, the Japanese tried to invade India from the Nagaland and Manipur border, and there were wars which were fought of the English and Indian soldiers on one side and the Japanese on the other side. And cemeteries are made in that remembrance, which are still very well preserved. The Northeast, especially Assam, very well known for tea. It produces the largest number of tea in the country. So we have tea estates in Jorhat, Dibrugarh, Tejpur, and these can be visited. Most of the tea estates, like North Bengal, have converted their managers' bungalows into retreats. So accommodation inside these tea estates is also possible. Religious tours can be conducted in Northeast. We have the Kamakhya temple in Guwahati, which is very famous. This is a Shakti Peeth. We have temples in Majoli Island, which is a devotional island towards Lord Krishna. In Arunachal, we have the Tawang Monastery. The photograph there is of the Tawang Monastery, which is the largest monastery in the country at the moment. Tribal tours in Assam, again, Majoli, it is the largest river island in the world. And there are specific tribes which are still residing there. In Arunachal, towards Zero area, there are tribal tours which can be converted. This lady, the photograph is actually from a lady in Zero itself. You can see that there are the big nose piercings on the ladies in the Zero area. Now, this was because at one point of time, the women in the Northeast were extremely beautiful. And to save them from any kind of problems, these things were they were pierced so that they don't look as attractive. In Nagaland, again, Mon Mokokchung, there are old wildlife, the tribal tours can be conducted, and there's a lot of wildlife also in these areas. Again, in these areas, the level of accommodation is not very good. But then again, if people are interested into tribal tours, these destinations can be suggested. The whole of Northeast is more of a nature's trail. So in Meghalaya, we have Cherrapunji, which receives the largest rainfall in the country. We have Malyong, which is the Asia's cleanest village. Dauki, which has the cleanest river in Asia. And Masurong, which is again a very clean village and a small village in the Northeast. Nagaland, Kohima has nature trails which are towards the Zuko and Jafu Valley. Manipur has the Loktak Lake, which is a floating lake which has floating islands all over the lake. Arunachal, again towards Dirang, Bomdila and Tawang, small treks, cultural tours can be conducted. And trekking options are available in Meghalaya. We have the double-decker route bridge, the single-decker route bridge. Arunachal has options for high-altitude trekking as well. And again, in Nagaland, as I said, there's the Zuko and Jafu Valley trek, which can be done. Adventure activities in the Northeast, we can do cycling tours, we can do rafting. Caving is very popular in Meghalaya. There are caves which actually start from Cherrapunji and go right into Bangladesh, which have been actually stopped. And now small caving excursions are still possible in Meghalaya. Motorcycling tours all over the Northeast can be easily conducted. Again, like the Calcutta and Bengal bit, Northeast again also has a lot of river cruising options. So we have river cruises like the Assam Bengal Navigation, Mahabahu and El Fresco, which run scheduled services on the Brahmaputra. They have river cruises which start from Guwahati up to Dibrugarh, and it is a 7-day cruise, which takes you via Kaziranga, Majoli Islands, and the tea estates of Jorhat and Dibrugarh. And online you can find the scheduled dates of these river cruises. The cultural tours in the Northeast has culture and heritage all over. We have most of these destinations, most of the cities in the Northeast, the capitals, have nature interpretation centers and cultural interpretation centers. Culinary is, again, in the Northeast, if it is for a non-vegetarian, it is a culinary delight. Right from Nagaland to Manipur, they have their specific cuisines which are extremely, extremely delightful and can be suggested for anybody looking for a different experience. For photographers, Northeast is an absolute delight. It's a paradise. We have wildlife, we have nature, we have tribal tours, and festivals of the Northeast are extremely important. So we have in Assam, we have festivals which are at Majoli Island, which is towards the middle of November. We have the Elephant Festival in Kaziranga, which is in December. Bihu Festival, which is more of the harvesting season. Meghalaya is the rock capital of the country. So we have the NH7 Weekender, Cherry Blossom, and many other music festivals which are held around the year. Arunachal has the Losar Festival, which is the Tibetan New Year. We have the Zero Music Festival in Arunachal, which is an international music festival now, between 27th and 30th of September every year. Now again, we will have to see whether this is conducted this year or not. Nagaland conducts the Hornbill Festival, which everybody is aware of. It is fixed between the 1st and the 10th of December. And Hornbill is extremely covered by international media as well. The entire state, we have international travelers, domestic travelers. There are cultural shows, rock shows, and a lot of culinary cuisines which are at display during the Hornbill Festival. Just before the Hornbill is the Shanghai Festival, which is from the 21st of November to the 30th of November. So if you have people interested, we can actually combine both these festivals. They can come in towards the end of November to Manipur, enjoy the Shanghai Festival, and then move towards Nagaland for the Hornbill. Tripura also has the Neer Mahal Festival and the Pilak Festival. The dates of these festivals will be shared with you. Again, in Assam and Meghalaya, people are always a little confused whether the accommodation available is of a good standard. So in Assam and Meghalaya, 5-star category accommodation is also available. In Guwahati, we have Taj and Radisson, which are operating. Kaziranga has the Flu River Lodge, which is one of the finest river lodges in the country. Along with that, most of these destinations, a lot of tea estate bungalows have been converted into exotic retreats, which can be offered to your guests. Especially in Meghalaya, also you have in Cherrapunji, there is the Rikinche Resort, which is overlooking the lake. And in Cherrapunji, we have Polo Orchid, which overlooks the Seven Sister Waterfalls. The other destinations in the Northeast, the accommodation standards up to 3-star is easily available. 4 and 5-star is available in Imphal and Kohima. Normally, if you're selling the Northeast, it is more about the experience. So people are normally ready to compromise on the quality of accommodation that is there. So if they are well informed in advance, it helps to actually set the expectation standards for the guest as well. Transportation in the Northeast, we have 17 and 26-seater tempo travelers available, Krishna, Innova, Scorpio, as per the requirement. And luxury vehicles are available, but these are private registered. So these need to be informed to the guest in advance. Again, like Darjeeling and Sikkim, Northeast gives you the option of deciding on the nature of the tour, on the interest of the guest. So we can do a 3-day tour and can also take it up to 20 nights. If you want to cover 5 or 6 of these states, then it can go up to 20 or 25 nights, depending on what the guest is interested in. It can be a wildlife tour, it can be a nature tour, it can be a culinary tour, it can be a photography tour. We can combine festivals. So we can never have an exhaustive list of the number of tours possible in the Northeast, but it can be customized as per the requirement of the guest. Best time to visit is for South Bengal, from mid-September to April is a good time. The summers, especially in Calcutta, are hot and humid. In North Bengal and Sikkim, February to June is a good time. And then again, October to December becomes very good. In Darjeeling and Sikkim area, the monsoons are heavy between July to mid-September. And January and February are peak winters, so the temperatures really go down during this period. So again, the guest has to be well informed. In the Northeast, again, from October to April is a very good time because most of the wildlife reserves in the Northeast open from the 1st of November and they are open up to the 30th of April. Arunachal experiences snowfall during January and February. So again, if people are interested in snowfall, that can be done. And the monsoons are normally heavy in July and September in the Northeast area. So this was about the Northeast. So we'll be happy to take questions.
Okay. That was a lovely presentation. I especially loved all the videos, and we also received a very warm response from the audience related to the video. And just for everyone's information, we'll be sharing that video with everyone. And starting off with the questions, right? So audience, if you guys have any more questions, please start posting your questions now, and we'll be taking up all those questions live from Mr. Amit and Mr. Vidyut. The first question that we'll be taking up is from Akash, Mr. Akash Salve, and he's asking, what is the chance of visibility of animals in the Sundarbans? We talked about Sundarbans in, initially in the beginning of
Yes. So in Sundarbans, Sundarban is famous for the Royal Bengal tiger. And again, tiger sighting cannot be guaranteed, but yes, if you're lucky, you get it. But then Sundarban also has a lot of birding and water life. So Sundarban has to be sold as a perfect destination for the nature lover where birding can be done, water life can be visited, as well as if you're lucky, tiger sighting will be there. Because Sundarbans is again, there is a portion of Sundarban which is in Bengal, and the major portion of Sundarban is actually in Bangladesh.
Okay. Great. Moving forward, right? So RK Holidays is asking this question. We were talking about river cruises, right?
Yes.
So what are the stay standards? What kind of quality can be expected while we are, on one of those river cruises? And especially, I need you to, elaborate on the cuisines as well, right? Is the food available or
Yes,
included?
yes.
Everything.
So in river cruises, especially the ones which are operating from Calcutta, so we have the Ganges Voyager, which was actually listed among the 30 best luxury river cruises in the world.
Okay.
So that is the kind of standard of river cruising which is available. It has 30 cabins, it has suites available, international cuisine is available because most of the guests that they have are from US and Europe and these areas. That is the reason why these river cruises have not become very popular in the Indian market because they are extensively sold in the international market right now. But now post COVID, I'm sure they will also have a different strategy as far as the Indian market is concerned. But as far as quality is concerned, like the way you have river cruising in Vietnam or towards Egypt and on the Nile, the standard is almost same or better as far as the entire experience is concerned.
Okay. Okay. As we talked, that Bengal is has a lot of things to offer. So can we like confidently say that it is a backpackers destination as well? Apart from the
Yes.
family tourism, but yes, for backpackers as well.
Yes, yes, definitely. It is a backpackers destination as well because there is a lot to explore on your own in Bengal, especially Calcutta itself as a city. People can stay even for 5 nights and not be able to cover the entire city. And along with that, as you move towards Shantiniketan, which has the Open University, you have Mayapur, you have Vishnupur. These destinations are a backpacker's delight as well because the accommodation is also available of a budget standard, and the local transportation is easily available in these areas. So it is not that it has to be only on a customized tour. Even backpacking tour or a low budget tour can also be done in these areas. Darjeeling is a backpacker's destination in any case. Darjeeling we normally get 50% of the traveler in Darjeeling is a backpacker because they come in for long stays, they come in to write books, they come in to explore the nature in and around the tea estates inside Darjeeling. So that all over Bengal and Sikkim, in fact, is a backpacker's destination as well.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to the next question, I would definitely want you to give some special emphasis on all the permissions that are required to travel to the Seven Sisters. We talked about the inland permit, right? I wanted to give a special emphasis on all the requirements for Indian travelers as well as foreign travelers. Just once.
Bijit, you want to take that?
Yeah. So basically, for foreign nationals, it's only one state, Arunachal Pradesh, which presently has got the protected area permit that is issued for a time period of 1 month. Apart from that, the other states are again Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur recently has been added, Mizoram. So these are the only states for which Indian nationals needs to get an innerland permit. So Arunachal permit can be obtained online, whereas the rest of them can be obtained on arrival or maybe through the agents and all that, or through the various houses that are there in the different states of the country.
Okay. So are there any, special documents that we need to present to be able to, get that inland permit?
Yeah. In order to get the protected area permit for foreign nationals, we'll need the visa, the passport, and the international flight tickets. In terms of the visa is an e-visa. If it is a traditional Indian visa, then we don't need the flight tickets. For Indian nationals, we normally need a valid ID proof, photographs, and address proof. That's it.
Okay. So like basic documents are
basic documents, yeah,
very basic, right? So it's not much of a hassle, but yes, there is a process that needs to be followed, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Moving on, right? So Mr. Girish Sawant is asking that can we do Kaziranga Wildlife and Manas Wildlife together? If yes, then how many days will it require?
Well, 4 nights is what is the minimum that can be covered. 2 nights in each of the places. Whereas the drive from Manas to Kaziranga would certainly be a long one, about 7 hours, which as it is on the two different sides of the state. But yes, minimum is 4 nights, which we can cover both these national parks.
Okay. Moving on, right? So Mr. Murugan is asking that, is it a senior citizen friendly destination, the Northeast? As you know, there are a lot of, different terrains available, but yes, is it senior citizen friendly destination?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
because
it is a senior citizen friendly destination, but then again, the information has to be given to them in advance that there are going to be long drives. Because even if you're driving from Shillong to Kaziranga, that becomes a 7 hours drive.
Right.
So if you're okay with driving, the cars are comfortable. They're standardized cars. You have Cristas and Innovas practically easily available in all the states. So if you are okay to drive long destinations, the hotels are very good. The hotels are, there are boutique properties available in most destinations. There are standardized properties. Cuisine wise, again, as per requirement, we can always pre-inform them. Again, a few things that we need to keep in mind is that especially towards Arunachal, most of these hotels are built on a hill. So everybody does not get a view, and a lot of times the hotels are not, they don't have lift facilities. So that again, if we are informed in advance that there is a senior citizen traveling, we can always request the hotels to give a room on a lower floor where they don't need to really walk so much. These things can be done, but yes, it is a tourist-friendly destination. It attracts a lot of travelers from all age groups around the year.
Okay. Moving on, right? The next question that we are receiving is, the audience wants you to elaborate a bit on the Nathula Pass. The permit requirements, if there are any, right, and what a traveler can expect while visiting Nathula Pass.
See, Nathula is done from Gangtok itself, so it is above Changu Lake. So normally, Nathula is done on the same day that you're covering Changu Lake and Baba Mandir. And for Nathula is done between Wednesdays and Sundays. And again, for Nathula, a special permit is required. You can't go to Nathula with the normal permit that you get for Changu Lake. So a special permit has to be applied for 1 day in advance. And there is a limitation on the number of vehicles which are granted permits to visit Nathula. So there are normally in the season time, there are about 80 or 90 vehicles which are granted permits. In the off season, it comes down. And and that is given on a rotation basis to all the travel agents who are registered with the Sikkim Tourism. So it is not. That is the reason why Nathula can never be guaranteed in advance, because a lot of times there is also if there are two people in one permit and there are two people in the other permit, a lot of times Sikkim Tourism, they combine two permits, and people can go up to Baba Mandir in separate vehicles. And from Baba Mandir, the Nathula excursion is about a 1 hour excursion to go and come back. So that is done on a common vehicle. Because of army regulations, we can't have n number of vehicles which actually visit Nathula every day. So there is a lot of times, where permits are combined between two people and between two groups, and a single vehicle is provided where they go from Baba Mandir, they come back, and then again they can come back by the same vehicles. So Nathula, again, restricted area. It is an army area, and even if you get a permit, a lot of times it can happen that the permit is denied at the last minute. It can happen because of security reasons, because of road conditions, because Nathula is again, it is a snow belt. So it has also happened that people have gone in the morning with permits to Changu Lake, and during the daytime there've been excessive snowfall, and they've got stuck there, and they've not been able to return at night, and then they are accommodated in army camps there. So because of these, especially Nathula being a China border, there are certain regulations that have to be followed.
Okay. That was a very elaborate answer. Thank you so much for that answer. I guess that resolves the question. Before we proceed forward with the question, I would just like to announce that the Northeast Destination Quiz is now live, and the links are now in the description for the YouTube viewers and for the viewers on TravClan's website and platform. Now is the time to click that button. Click here to participate and start answering the questions. The quiz will be live and open only for 5 minutes, and the top 15 lucky winners will get a free holiday voucher from TravClan and Clubside Tours and Travels. So yes, moving on to the questions that we have, right? Miss Palak Chitkara is asking that, if you could just elaborate a bit more on, Nagaland and Mizoram for Indian travelers.
Yeah, see, Nagaland as a whole for Indian nationals, it's a place where they're more into know about the tribes. Nagaland is a state which has got 16 major tribes living there. So the entire belt, starting from the landing at Dimapur airport up till the next destination, which is Mon, is entirely tribal belt. And these are not one tribe residing in its like all the places. These are like Kohima has got a different tribe residing in there, and likewise the places that are there. And apart from that, as during the presentation, it was been mentioned about is during the Second World War, Kohima, the Battle of Kohima was one important battle that was fought, and there are many of those remains in there, and people do come from Japan and all for excavations and finding out the graves and all those things. So there is a Second World War cemetery in that region. About the hotels, Kohima has got one of the best hotels available. Apart from Kohima or the rest of the places which goes on till Mon, Mokokchung and all those areas are basic properties. But the beauty about those properties is that the hospitality of the people is what is more welcoming for the guest. If you compare with the category of the room and if you compare with the hospitality, so it's totally different. And people are always delighted to travel. It's one place where we get to see the flowers of the rest of the India made of plastic, but in Nagaland you can see those natural ones in there. And apart from that, the people are very welcoming. People are always having doubts in terms of is it safe to travel to Nagaland. I say with all the experiences that we are having, and it's very safe. People are very welcoming. People want them others to try their local cuisines and all those things. And coming to Mizoram is one destination which has got a lot to offer within the capital itself, like Aizawl. Okay. And those are like the places which can be covered in 1 hour, 2 hours drive. Apart from that, there are other places which are Baktwang and a few other areas which has got small homestays in there. But Aizawl is a destination that is ideal for 3 nights, whereas
Mhm.
Nagaland can be an ideal destination for at least 7 to 8 nights at the max.
Okay. Okay. Moving on, right? Next question that we are taking up is from Miss Nirali Pujara, and uh, she's asking that which is better to visit, Lachung or Lachen? I'm not very sure whether I spoke it correctly in terms of the
No, you were
presentation.
correct on that.
Okay.
So both the destinations can also be visited. You can do Lachung and Lachen together as well if you have 3 nights. Lachung, above Lachung, the sightseeing that is there, that is of the Yumthang Valley, which is a valley of flowers. And going further, we can take you up to 0 point, which is where the road ends. So that itself becomes a sightseeing point. And in Lachen, the main highlight is to go up to the Gurudoma Lake, which is at 18,000 feet. So that is one of the highest lakes on motorable roads in the country, and that is up at a height of 18,000 feet. So again, you can cover both of them. If you have limited time, there are better hotel options available in Lachung. So that becomes a comfort factor as well. Lachen is coming up as a destination. So, but normally we suggest that you do both of it. If you're going to North Sikkim, have a 3 night tour, do 1 night in Lachen and do 2 nights in Lachung.
Okay, okay. Coming to a very specific question, it's about what are the number of nights itinerary is good for travel to Darjeeling and Gangtok, including Nathula Pass. So if someone wants to cover Darjeeling, Gangtok, and Nathula Pass, what is the average number of nights advised to
5 nights. 5 nights.
5
So we
nights?
do 5 nights is a standard program. It has 2 nights in Darjeeling, where day one, especially when you're coming from Bagdogra, by the time you come in, if you have a day flight which comes at about 12 o'clock, so by the time you're actually reaching Darjeeling, it is going to be about 3 or 4. So that day, is any kind of sightseeing is not possible. Next day, there is a 1 day full day city tour of Darjeeling, which covers most of it. The third day, we can drive from Darjeeling to Gangtok. If there is something else that you want to do in Darjeeling on that day, that can be done in the first half. The drive from Darjeeling to Gangtok is a 4 hours drive. And that day, again, in Gangtok, there's nothing much to do because by the evening, you can see the market and everything, but sightseeing points normally closed. So then we need 2 full days in Gangtok. 1 day is for your Nathula Pass excursion, on which day you cover Changu Lake, Baba Mandir, and Nathula. And the second day is for the Gangtok city tour, where you cover the monasteries, the flower nurseries, and the other city sightseeing points.
Okay.
And on the last day, on the day 6, you drive from Gangtok directly to Bagdogra, which is a 4 hours drive.
Okay.
So in 5 nights, 6 days, if you are lucky, you get the Nathula Pass on time. You get the permits for Nathula Pass, you cover everything.
Okay. Okay. Moving on, I would just like to ask 2 questions from your experience. The first question that I have is, considering the, current situation with coronavirus, how soon can you, expect the tourism to start opening up in the northeastern region of India? So, what are we expecting? What is the sentiment in the market, etc.? Do you have an insight for the travel agents that are watching this webinar?
For overall, I think the Northeast is the best placed at the moment to start tourism because Sikkim is the only state which has remained COVID-free right from the beginning. They were the first ones to lock down. They were the first ones to restrict entry. And that is the best decision that they took because till now, there is not a single case in Sikkim. In the Northeast, in Nagaland, Manipur, Meghalaya, the number of cases have almost reduced. Assam still has a few cases, but I'm sure it is still under control. It should get better. At the moment, Sikkim has restricted tourist entry up to October. So they've actually announced that they will not allow tourists to enter up to October. So post October, as soon as it starts, I think Sikkim will be one of the destinations where people would want to visit. Today, if I want to take a holiday, I would want to make sure that I'm going to a place which has remained safe. And Sikkim becomes one of those destinations. The northeastern states become one of those destinations. So as and when travel starts, we are hoping that at least some kind of travel could start since the flights have resumed. So we could have some kind of travel in June. Maybe it starts towards Meghalaya and Assam if the authorities actually permit that. But Sikkim is going to take a little time. Darjeeling may open up, probably by June, because the West Bengal government has also issued a notification to start the hotels by the end of this month. And if the hotels are ready to start, then maybe, and if flights have already started from 25th. So hopefully we can do something in Darjeeling. Sikkim is going to take a little time, but as it opens, it is going to be one of the best destinations to visit.
Okay. The last question to both of you, I guess, and I would like both of you to answer this. And this is my personal question, which I ask from everyone. The audience knows this. So three things which makes Northeast unique, according to you. Just what do you feel are the three things, according to you, which a customer should look for, or probably is the USP for Northeast for the Indian travelers? So, Amit, we can start with you.
See, for me, the three things that make Northeast unique is the wildlife, the festivals, and the mountains. Because Northeast is all about mountains. It's about wildlife, intriguing wildlife, which covers multiple national parks with some of the best sighting which is possible, and festivals. Because nobody celebrates life the way the way it is done in the Northeast. We have every city which has a different festival. Every festival has a different flavor. So if you want to enjoy all of it, you want to enjoy cuisine, the festivals are the best way to do it. And it is about that human interaction and that community building that happens during a festival visit.
Okay. Vidyut, would you like to add something?
Yeah. For me, it's first, of course, the top listed are already there. But apart from that, I would say it's an adventure destination. Has got everything to offer, taking from trekking and hiking, cycling. All the activities can be possible, not on the plains, but on the hills of the surrounding states that are there in Northeast. And apart from that, it is one destination which has got very things which are not yet explored, like the caving experiences that was during that presentation. So that is one thing that is still highlighted. And apart from that, the history of Assam or the Northeast India is not known much in the rest of the country. So history is one thing that is very much interested for this region. So these are my top listed things when it comes to this region.
Okay, thanks for your your 2 cents on the destination. Before we end today's presentation, there is just one last question that is coming up. It is about the Cherrapunji villages, right? If you could just elaborate a bit upon that, because I certainly missed that question, and the viewer is asking for it. So if you could just elaborate a bit on that.
Yeah, Cherrapunji, see, as a destination, it was once the wettest place on earth. Apart from that, it has got some of the very fascinating waterfalls. One of the waterfalls, which is known as the Nokhalika waterfalls, is rated as the fourth tallest waterfall in India. And apart from that, the area almost is very thin, very tight, less populated, and everything is very not jam packed and all. You can roam around the areas out there, and nature is what that is there. Apart from that, there is this living root bridges. There are currently the most popular ones are the double decker living root bridge. Apart from that, it has got the a single decker route bridge which can be covered with a trekking of like 4 to 5 hours from couple of hours in fact, and there are long treks as well. So Cherrapunji is all about nature, it's all about relating to nature.
Okay. That actually brings us to the end of the presentation. It is time that we announce the winners, the top 15 lucky winners to win that free holiday voucher from Clubside and TravClan. And now is the time that I will be announcing the names. So please listen to it very carefully. We'll be reaching out to each and every winner. Clubside will be reaching out to each and every winner as well, right? So the names of the winner are Ankita, Pallavi Sharma, Sarvesh Banotkar, Rahul Singh, Okay, this name is Patience. I'm not sure, but the name that is entered is Patience, Siddhi Shah, Poonam, Sumit Sharma, Mayur Shah, Nitin Patil, Arpana Ratnakar, Sanya Pai, Hinal Sathya, and Saurav Jain. These are the top 15 lucky winners who guessed and answered all the questions correctly. Congratulations to the winner. You will be getting a 1,000 rupees voucher with TravClan and Clubside Tours and Travel for your next travel booking. Thank you so much for being a part of today's webinar. Thank you, Amit, for this lovely presentation. Thank you, Vidyut, for helping us answer the questions very easily and fluently about those particular destinations. Thank you, audience, for attending today's session. I hope you loved today's session, and we'll be coming up with more interesting destinations of India and the world here itself on TravClan. Thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tarun, for giving us this opportunity. I'm sure we will be hearing more from you, and hopefully we were able to answer some questions and bring in Northeast alive to most of the operators who have already been selling it, I'm sure.
Definitely. Great. This has been great. Okay, bye-bye. This is Tarang Mohin signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.